Me, if I have beef with you, I have beef with you. You'll not come to my space, then I pretend like, oh my God, you know Eric, come on. So the Jala situation has really stressed me. Jana siku kula bana. Yeah. About my baby mama custody, even if he comes right here now, I'll just walk away. He needs my help more than me and Mboya were not in the same level in all aspects of life. So I will not. Yes.
I talked to him because we had said tuongee na yeye.
Yes.
Akaniambia that since you say that akona shida ya akili,
yes,
anaomba tu umpeleke rehabilitation na mrembo wake kwa sababu anatengeneza pesa na ameoa.
Haya, sasa kama una watch hii and so umesubscribe to the YouTube channel and so you subscribe.
Tueleze ni nini inaendelea kati yako na Eric?
Hajazuiwa kuingia, amekuja akaingia. So the idea is Eric thought he would just come with his dogs and enter anywhere, anapatia watu rabies. Left, right and center with the dogs that are not even been vaccinated. So I came with my security and I told them, if Eric comes, the only way he'll be allowed to come in if you leave those dirty dogs outside. Hizo mabosko zake huko mbwa koko. So when he left them, he was allowed in the studio. So the problem is when he got in the studio, he didn't want me to talk to him. You've already come to the studio. The show is Kwambox and Obinna. So I have to ask you questions. So anytime I ask him a question, I'll ignore. He goes around, he starts pointing me. First, alianza na kunirushia gazeti. Yeah. So first of all, I thought he's 55. You know, if you're 55, you're supposed to be respectful. You're supposed to respect the younger generation. But now if you're 55 and you're picking fights with the younger guys, he's picking fights with everybody. So the conversation got out of hand at some point. Then akanirushia remote. Then he jumped on me. Nimemfinya. Kama si security yake.
Mwanzo alisema hataki afanyiwe any interview na wewe kule ndani. Alisema if Obinna is going to ask any question, hapo itakuwa vita. So already alikuwa sharp na disclaimer.
No, what he got offended is I asked him about his dress code. So he says me and him are doing the same thing. No, we are not. I've never worn thongs. Mimi nilivaa jumper, nikaeka nguo hapa, nikajita anti-waharia, nikavaa the wig. As Obinna, I was dressed the way I'm dressed. I did a wig and I did the makeup. As Obinna, hakuna siku nimeika nikavaa nikaeka makadusko, nikafanyizo vitu zake akavaa matongre nini. That's for him. So when I asked him and I told him, listen, you dress like this. First of all, you don't feel like you're derailing the younger generation with the way you're dressing. You're always naked. Do you have a point to prove? Bwana semanga kizuri chajiuza, kibaya chajitembeza. He's always in a boxer somewhere. Amepose. Which point are you trying to prove? Haya, nikamwambia, it is a safe space. Just come out. We are seeing the signs. Just come out and just tell guys, listen, I'm fluid, this is the way I'm rolling. Nobody's going to judge you. Right now, the generation is different. Guys are a little bit woke and open-minded. And it's a free world. And every human being has their own rights. So feel free, do whatever you want to do. That's when he got peace and then threw the remote at me. Because I asked him, feel free, come out. It's a safe space. So that is where things got out of hand. Yeah.
So do you manage to do an interview with him? Yes,
they were talking with Kwambox about a lot of things that did not make sense. Of course, Eric saying, stroking his own balls, telling himself the way he's the president of comedy, he's towards G50 countries. Of course, you can tour those countries because you started in 2006. Even if you started in 2006 and now it's 2023 and you've not traveled 2-3 countries, what did you do? And I eat ushago za Uganda, sijui Gulu, sijui wapi, Jinja, and I sent some places that I'm like, brother, unaitwa to small events, ametoka wedding, kuna Mkenya ameolewa huko Gulu, anaenda huko anasema, Eric Omoni world tour. It's not world tour, he's not done a world tour. We've not seen, it doesn't have a Netflix special, not even a KBC special, leave alone Netflix special. Anaenda anaita watu KICC, we go, you repeat the same jokes you be repeating 50 times. Unajua kwa nini ngoma za Kenya si romantic? Unajua kwa nini ngoma za Nigeria ni shut up. Come up with something fresh, something new. You're a gatekeeper. You're a trailblazer. You've been there for a while. Show the younger generation something positive, not always bashing. Even if you have a child, and anytime you're always bashing them, they start putting their defenses up. So even if you want them to change something, they don't change. And if they change, they're changing out of fear, not because they want to. So he comes, bashes people, tukanas people. Maybe his intentions are clear. We don't know. Because as it is right now, all he does is just kutukana watu, kusema Jimigeta anauza laptop, sijui watu wanakulana umoja kwa bedsitter, sijui whatever. And all these are unverified stories. But what do? They are shaping a mentality. Sasa watu wanaangalia sana gospel wako hey, Nyinyi mnakulana tu moja. They don't have proof, but it's because Eric said it. And it's one of the people that people look up to. That's the only problem I had with him. So they spoke with Kwambox, and anytime I was asking him the issues that we really need to talk about, the issues that matter, he got offended about it. He was like, siongei na wewe. Yeah.
I've done an interview with him na amesema anakuja kukufuta kazi Kiss, na before kufute atakutandika vibaya sana because wewe ni mtoto mdogo. Even vile amesema, but I'm just putting the way he has said in my interview. So are you ready kutolewa kazi na Eric Omondi?
So Eric cannot vuta me job Kiss. He's not HR. He's not my boss. One. Number two, Eric was fired in 1 week. Eric got the Kiss job. Alikuwa analala sana. He sat on that seat before me, but for 1 week. He could not keep up. I've already done it for 11 months. So that means I've done it more than he could have. About kunitandika, I'm ready. Eric sasa tunaweza menyana naye. I'm ready. Akuja nimnyoroshe vizuri. Yes. Ako very lucky alikuja na mabouncer wamekonda hapo. Amekuja na mabouncer wake wamemsaidia. You know, he threw the remote, he jumped. Then when I went to hold him, nilikuwa nataka nimshike hivi. Mabouncer wake akakam katikati, so my guys pulled me on the side, stop the issue, whatever. I just wanted to have a conversation with him. Kidogo tu, hiyo mdomo yake hiyo. Nikemwekelea moja, angekuwa anasema W, angekuwa anasema brr.
So Obinna, I know you and Eric, you have your own issues, but then this was a show. Mbona mngeacha hizo issues mkuje kwanza tufanya a show as mature people, then issues zenyu mtazifanya baadaye, but this is a show. Mbona mngeacha kwanza hizo issues, you do the show, then after the show muendelee na stories zenyu wewe na Eric?
No. Now that is the show. Yes, the whole show is the whole situation. Obinna is the show. By the way, what you normally see in Obinna is what you get. I am the show. So I cannot say that I'll stop this, then I do this. Me, if I have beef with you, I have beef with you. You'll not come to my space, then I pretend like, oh my God, Eric, Then also, what I was asking him is real. There's nothing that I asked him or I tried to say that is not happening. I just asked him, why do you keep bashing the guys in the industry? That is not the way to go. A lot of people are struggling with a lot of things. Why don't you find a common ground where now people can talk about issues? But Eric does not want to do that. Eric has withdrawal symptoms of shutting up. If he's quiet, another kujikuna. Hey, leo nitukane nani? Wacha niangalie. Who do I pick? Everybody atukane na kina nani huku, arudi huku, avurutane na watu wengine. So we could not put it aside because that is the Eric that we are dealing with. Akina Kwambox and whoever will come and say, Eric, I don't love what he's doing. Eric could have done better. Right now in the industry, Eric could have been way better. See his mates. Look at I don't want to mention names, but look at where the others are. Others are holding political seats and big offices and running shows that are supporting young talent. Who is Eric supporting if not him? Na wanawake.
So another thing which umekuwa at the forefront to go against Eric is Villanova. But then Eric from his argument anasema is doing so just to sell his brand, and then pia amepeana examples kuna wase pia in different countries wenye wanava like him ndo just to sell their brand, maybe pia too. Amesema pia one of the things anafanya na dress hivyo is trying to reach both genders, females na male, but then mbona una feel like it's not right?
So Eric was already reaching both genders, male and female, over the years. He was the most admired comedian at some point because there was no one else in that space. There were younger guys. So for you to reach the other guys is about what you're saying. It's not about how you dress. Sometimes as a comedian, you have to dress a certain way to pass a certain joke. But if you get too comfortable with it, now, and in Africa, we know the African setup, there's a couple of things we still cringe on. We're like, the cross-dressing thing is a little bit. If you really want to cross-dress, then come out and tell us, listen, guys, this is me and this is the way I'm rolling. And we're going to know and identify you like that. But now, Eric atujui tumweke wapi. That is the problem. I don't really have a problem. Whatever he chooses to dress is his life forever. I'm just telling him, just come out and be confident on it. Embrace it, embody it, live it. Stop living in denial. That's the only problem that I have with Eric.
So according to you, what's the farthest a person can go as per dressing code to maybe the kama mwanamke? What's the farthest a person can go?
No, it's what you believe in. Yeah, that's the farthest you can go. If you believe in you identify as such, rock it.
When you talk to political guys who are helping the youth, what do you have to say about Jala's situation?
So the Jala situation has really stressed me. Jana sikukula bana. Yeah. Because now when he got there, we know the type of person he is. He's been ODM Damu, like, before he was even born. Yeah, then whatever happened, the State House situation, then he went, then things were flipped, told to walk out, the drama that ensued after. And I was just like, so I looked for him yesterday, and I was like, man, bro, I'll be right here. But now there's nothing much I can really do, because now that's an Azimio situation, you know. So that story has really stressed, and everything that he's planning to do for the young guys, even for, he's my MP, so in Langata and everything he's planning to do, might be stopped in the drama, or might be watered down because of the drama, instead of us focusing on what is happening. So let's hope they sort it soon, and let's hope that the loyalists for the party get rewarded and get identified as such, because I don't want to talk much about the party. I don't know much about what happens in the party, but what I know is I know him. So when I saw the situation, I'm just like, yo, it's the same way. You will do the right things 99 times. Then do one wrong thing. That one wrong thing is now what everybody does. Now everybody forgets every good thing that you've done. Now that's the situation that's happening here. All the fights, all Jeshia Baba, Jeshia Baba, Jeshia Baba, all those going whatever, doing everything. I went to his campaigns as well for Jalas. He was doing ODM and everything. Now all that is being watered down with one trip to State House. And you're like, if he really wanted to go to State House, you do know that he could have still gone at night, or he could not have posted, but he posted and he said, yeah, this is, I'm coming through, I'm gonna do ABCD, and he was very open about it. And now the thing has been flipped. Now it's, oh, Judas is karaoke, oh, da 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 da. So the bashing is really unnecessary, and especially from the fans who don't have the real information of what was happening. I've seen online, we always have people with opinions left, right, and center. So they're the ones who are even pushing the narrative. Oh, you're a traitor, you've done it. Like, you don't know what is happening up there. Sometimes just let people sort out the issues, or sometimes try and focus more on the positive sides and the winning sides of a person.
But do you think was it right of him to enter Palo without, consulting the party leader?
I can't say that. That's not my place to say, because I don't know how they roll. I don't know the rules in their organization and everything. It's like now I'm saying myself going to another radio station. For me, I know I have to talk to my boss and tell him, listen, I'm going to this radio station to push my music or something like that. If I just go, there's going to be repercussions. So because that's my competitor station. But for the political parties, I don't know the rules that they have, because politics is also just politics. You never know what people are doing, because today this person will say Trudy is the most evil person. Tomorrow they are together, they're forming a coalition. The following day, da 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 da. So also what we've seen about in politics, sometimes you wake kwa lungs, breathe it out, breathe it in.
Obinna, just to add on what you've mentioned earlier, is Jalang'o's life in danger? And then a second question is that we've seen your baby mama was granted custody.
Okay. So about Jalang'o's life being in danger, I don't know about that. All I say is we have fanatics and we have goons who sometimes react without thinking of the repercussions. So we never know. But Jalas has always been careful. Yeah. About my baby mama custody, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, for obvious reasons. But the minute I'll talk about it, I'll be misquoted, I'll be told this. But what I keep insisting is this. Boy child, you are on your own. That is what I will say. It doesn't matter which kind of evidence you have, forget about it. So we move. Yes, let's make peace. When the kids grow, they'll figure out what to do. I'm still going to provide for my kids like I've always done. I'm still going to be there for my kids. And I even told my baby mama a while ago, when we were having those issues for nikuje kuiba watoto, ukuje kwa toa kwangu, I got to a point where I was like, you know where I live? You know the school they go to? So you feel like they want to see me and you feel like you want to bring them, the door is open. Whenever you feel like you want to pick them, the door is open. I'm not going to ask for them, because the minute I ask for them, we start the altercation. 2023, I'm not engaging with no baby mama in no drama and everything. I've learned the hard way. And I'll just keep quiet and watch. Smile and wave. Whenever they'll feel like, they'll come. Whenever they don't feel like, we move. Mwanaume ni kujikaza.
You've mentioned utakaa, watch, but you will provide. Any more effort to just spend time as well?
No. I'll not put no extra effort, because that's what I've been doing all my life, and that's what got us here in the first place. Because if you watch the other channels, you've seen, go watch my kids' channel and see sometimes I go to steal them initially. But now where I am right now, I'm not going that side, because it will be like, oh, you've come to my place, oh, things are always, and anytime she'll post, you bloggers will pick it, and then you'll post it
Change
this
the
way,
title.
change the title, and everything. For example, like now the story for the custody story is what's been happening. She's always been staying with them. It's the same thing. And now I see them Friday until Sunday. She has them Sunday night until Friday when they go to school, and I'm paying the school fees. I'm providing the uniform, medical, clothing, and the likes. When they're at her place, she provides the meals for them. It's the same thing that has been happening. And you see me all the time. I'm the one who takes them to the salon and do everything. I'll still play with my kids, still spend time with them when they are brought. If they are not brought, I don't want no issue with nobody. You know, kids see. That's what most people always forget. Kids see, kids witness, and they grow. And this is just to every other parent out there who is co-parenting with anybody. Just make sure that when your kids grow up, they don't grow up to hate you. Because they see everything that between the baby mama and the baby daddy that happens, the kids see. Just make sure that later in life they don't sit down when they are capable. They go like, I don't want to stay with you, or I don't want to see you, or I don't want to talk to you. Just be a good parent. That's what I'll say. And for all the men out there, you have kids, provide. It's the bare minimum that you're supposed to do. And if you're not sure if they're your kids, just do a DNA. And for the women out there, this story for, hey, where's your DNA? I'm proto. Can you trust? Yes, I don't trust you. Because of sometimes the behaviors and the bitterness and the fights that people have. So, if you really want that man to step up, allow them to have a DNA. Having a baby DNA does not have anything to do with you. It just has something to do with the man wanting to be in the life of the child. And allow them to do that. Then stop blocking the kids from seeing their parents, either men and women. If you're a man, stop blocking the kids from seeing their mothers. If you're a woman, stop blocking the kids from seeing their fathers, because you're nurturing a generation that's going to be bitter, and they're in pain and they're hurting. My other two kids with their mothers were easy. You want to come see your child, you know where they live, you have their phone number, you know the school they go to, you can pick them anytime you feel like, provided just don't interfere with the schooling, because where they are, they're going to school and life is continuing. So that's the arrangement that we have currently with the others. So that's a call to action to every other baby mama, baby daddy out there. Just provide a safe space for the kids. That's all. But if you go to court, most of the time, if the boy children want to go to court, let me not talk, but just know that you are in for a run.
Yeah. I have got two questions here.
Yeah.
The first one, tunaona leo umetembea na security. Maybe you can tell us more what has made you umeamua kutembea na security leo. The second question is, you've had some issues before. The story with mama, story na Jubilee, story na Mboya. Like, do you at some point imekuwa affect mentally ama kikazi?
Okay, so nimetembea na bouncer walikuwa deal na bouncer wa Eric, alafu mimi nilikuwa nibaki na Eric. So unaona ni wawili, wale pia ni wawili. So ilikuwa wamenyana hivyo, alafu nibaki na Eric, alafu nimpange. But it has not happened. Nimesikia ananitafuta, so I'll start walking in public. So I'll be posting where I'm going. So I come.
Pin location.
Yes, I'll be pinning location. In fact, leo kuna event naenda kumpinia location, nimwambia Eric niko hapa kuja. Then akuje, then tupangane. The issue with the baby mama and Eric and every other thing, of course, it affects a lot of me. I'm human, you know. The mental space is normally, like especially my baby mama drama situation, ate into me a lot during that time. And that time, so now when I look back at it, I see that it was a cry for help, and nobody really helped. So like I always say again, boy child, you're on your own. So I had to go to the therapist by myself and make peace with the fact. I've just told you a few minutes ago that I got to a point where I'm like, you can stay with them. Even before the court ruled everything, I'd already gone with that. I was like, you can stay with them, and when you feel like dropping them, drop them. When you feel like picking them, pick them. I'll never ask for them, and I'll never come for them. But school fees will be paid. When they're sick, drop them. I'll take them to the hospital. I've been taking them to the hospital, and I'll still be the dad that I am. And when I'm with them, I'll create those memories that when they're not with me, they will cherish. We'll play, we will eat, we will do whatever. I will discipline them, teach them, groom them into human beings that I want them to be. And all of this, the way it was happening, it ate so much into my mental space, and maybe it affected my well-being. The only situation is during that time, it was December, and we had a leave, and I went to Mombasa, and I had to cool off in everything. So right now, I'd say I'm in a safe space. We are working towards it. It's work in progress.
So, like now that we are in 2023, right? Away from other stories, drama, whatever. Do you have plans for us as a comedian and also as a radio presenter?
Yes, I'm planning of doing a special, one man. I've never done it before. I'll give you more details as it goes. Then also we are currently working to make a gender-based violence against men peace walk. So it'll be a walk that we are calling into everybody to come and walk with us and just create awareness so that we can stop gender-based violence against men. So I partner with change.org to create more awareness towards the situation for men are really suffering, men are going through pain, and we need to also help them. We're empowering girl child, which is good. Let's also empower boy child, because now we're empowering girl child, we're forgetting about boy child. Today on radio, we were talking about men being sexually assaulted. And my co-host was shocked because she's like, things like this happen. So there's a gentleman whose story has been trending. He's a tout in Kisumu. He said someone groped his balls. And she was like, oh, so this happened. I'm like, it happens all the time, even to me, in events, in clubs, every time it happens. And a woman will come and grope you. They will pinch you. They'll squeeze your number plate. They will squeeze your chest. They will kiss you on the neck. They'll lick your ear. And they always think it is nice and it is sexy, but it's sexual harassment. And most men don't talk because some don't know it is sexual harassment. Some fear the stigma and the ridicule. Ukiambia maboys, maze ule dema amekuja maze amenifinya balls. You know, and then also there are men who are misinformed. How do you kuzi hype? So we have also men who lack information, and that's what they do. So we need to talk more about it so that men also know men can say no. Men also bleed, men also hurt, men also cry, so that we stop raising a broken generation. Most men are broken. What you see here is a mask. We put on these tough faces and we're like, yeah, you know, mwanaume ni kujikaza. But at night, we cry, we break down, we're like, why me? Why is this happening? Why can't I get employed? Why am I being mistreated by my HR, my boss, my partner, and everything? And then tomorrow you just wash your face, piga luku, toka nje, and keep quiet. So that is the whole process that I'm working on. So this year, I'm big on creating awareness, activism on sexual violence, physical violence, emotional violence, and abuse. I'm more into children's rights. I'm more advocate for good parenting. You know, a lot will happen between the parents, but let your relationship with the child, you know, you relate with the child individually. So let your relationship with that child be a personal. Hakika hivi anasema, mamangu anakuanga mpoa, ama dad wangu anakuanga mpoa, wacha asikia aseme, aki dad ni mbaya, dad ni mlevi, dad ni hivi, ama dad is never there. And maybe dad is never there because mom does not allow dad to be there, or mom is never there, but mom is not there because dad does not allow mom. You see, so this year I'm more onto activism and creating awareness because I've waited for people to do it. Nobody is doing it, so I'm taking the forefront on it, and I'm asking for all the help people can give me. I'm asking people to help me sign the petition. If you just go to change.org, just right there, stop gender-based violence against men, you'll find a post there. Sign the petition, share it with your people, and when you call for the peace walk, please show up. Let's just peacefully walk, let people know about it, talk to your friends about it, and all the men who are watching, talk to like 3-4 of your friends. Let's start talking the way women always do. Women always rally up against behind each other. Yeah. Let's try and do that. And also while I'm doing that, I'm gonna do for you more good radio, because we are currently in training how to become better. There's always a skill that you can still learn. I have a new co-host. We are trying to understand each other. Then we find a common ground. And while that is happening, I'm trying to find a way that I can do that one-man special, probably on my birthday. And I'm trying to figure out how to go about it. And the only idiot who could have taught me how to do it is running around naked.
Okay, before you forget this question, Eric has said he has your secrets. That's why you hate on him. So, you don't know ni siri gani Eric yako nazo zako?
Wacha niseme. Okay, hizi ndo siri zenye Eric atasema. Number 1, nilikuwa mtu wa mkono wa brother yake. Niliishi kwa sitting room ya brother yake Adams, that is Fred Omondi. hiyo, alafu mimi nilikuwa KYM, nilikuwa natuma weenda pale pika hiyo ugali, fanya hivi, that one I did. Hizo ndo siri zangu zenye Eric akonazo. That's the only thing I can say. That's the only secret. Now it's out there. Haya Eric, what you gonna do now?
Obinna, how many people are you gonna beat? Because you have Mboya, you have Eric Omoni. Sasa hii nguvu inatoka.
Okay. So Eric, I will beat him if he comes. For Mboya, I'm not gonna do anything. I stopped. I don't want to talk about him because he has a mental situation, and like I said in the other interview, I'm an advocate for mental wellness. I've been in those dark places where he is now. It's a cry for help. I told you guys to help him, reach out to him, talk to him, because I saw him spoke and I was like, no, hii ni live wire. Imelipuka. Sasa huyo asaidiwe saizi. And even most influencers know the way he's behaved to a couple of people in the industry. It didn't start with me with him. So that's why I said, huyu kidogo wacha niwachane na he needs help. Even if he comes right here now, I'll just walk away. He needs my help more than then me and Mboya were not in the same level in all aspects of life. So I will not. Yes.
I talked to him as you had said tuende tuongee na yeye.
Yes.
Akaniambia that since you said that akona shida ya akili.
Yes.
Anaomba tu umpeleke rehabilitation na mrembo wake kwa sababu anatengeneza pesa na ameoa.
Okay, making money does not mean people. We have a lot of people who make a lot of money out here and they are not stable mentally. And it's not something that we should laugh at. It's something that we should help. And like I said, I don't want to engage Mboya. I don't want to talk about him ever again. The same way, I don't want to talk to Silver Kido. I don't want to talk to Ali. Yeah, because there are people who provoke your bad side. And if you provoke my bad side, I walk away. Yes, now Eric has provoked my good side. Because I want Eric to start being a mentor and someone who people can look up to and go like, I want to be like Eric Omondi. When I was young, I wanted to be like Eric Omondi. When he used to go to church in Shona, and
then what happened?
He lost it. Pesa iliingia kwa kichwa ikalipuka. Right now the things Eric can do, sometimes I look at Eric, I'm like, right now my mom cannot watch Eric. Back in the day, the whole family would watch Churchill Show to wait for Eric Omondi. You see, how are you? Unajua, wacha niwashow. Unajua siku juu madhangu. Unajua bro. And we are laughing. We are like, oh my God, this guy is brilliant.
Labda angefanya hivyo angekuwa hapa. Maybe angekuwa hapa in this position.
No, maybe. But what I'm just saying is what Eric is doing kidogo, I may lose direction. And the people are like, yes, Eric, we are behind you. Like, there are better ways to do whatever you're doing. Eric has contacts of everybody. There's nobody whom Eric can walk into and he'll be told no. Eric can call me on the side and say, bro, mbona utengo maza gospel maza rudi kwa Yesu. But he chooses not to do that. He chooses this media. Watu wajinga sana. Watu wamelala. Akishamaliza hivyo anarudi kwa bedsitter.
You said you would walk out of the studio if he came in.
Yeah.
You also asked him not to come with bodyguards. Today you're here with bodyguards. You didn't walk out of the studio. Tell us, are you a man of your word?
I'm a man of my word, but I have a job to do. I work from 7 till 10. So if I walked out, that's walking out of my job. And Eric is not going to make me lose the bread. Okay, you're not going to mess with my bread. Then also the bouncers nimesema walikuwa kufinya mabouncer wake kando wawashike kwa kona. Umeona mabouncer wangu wameunga kuliko wake. So wangu walikuwa wafinye wake kwa kona alafu mimi deal na yeye.
Wangu angefinywa.
Wapi? Wewe unaona huyu jamaa anataka kufinywa. Check huyu jamaa. Haya, ona huyu jamaa. Songa kidogo hivi bro. Ona hii ni billboard. Ona huyu msichana anataka kufinywa. Uliona mabouncer Eric wanatoshana na yeye. Sasa unashangaa nani bouncer wa nani? Wameunga combo hivi.